You landed in Germany, full of dreams, tuition-free education, good salaries, clean cities. So why do many foreigners, even highly educated ones, go broke in one of the richest countries in the world? This is a hard truth, and I'm here to unpack it so you can avoid it. So let's dive in. Now, the first point is housing crisis. Now, think about it for 1 second. One of the biggest challenges that foreigners go through in Germany is housing. That's one of the biggest problems you're going to encounter as a foreigner. And landlords, they know this. There's something called demand and supply. When demand is more than supply, what will happen to price? It's going to go up. And they understand this. And this is why it is very, very expensive for foreigners to get an apartment in Germany, especially big cities like Munich, Berlin, Hamburg, all those cities. It's very, very expensive. And the reason is because there's so many people that are looking for an apartment, and there are limited spaces, limited spots for apartments in Germany. And because of this, foreigners are forced to rent expensive VGAs or expensive shared apartments. And this leads to another financial trap, because now you have to pay more for a space that you actually pay less. And there are so many people that fall into this trap. Even scammers, they take advantage of this because people are desperate. You need a place to stay. And this is why rent is going high, because like I said, demand is more than supply. Landlords, they take advantage of this a lot. And you see so many of them doing so many shitty things to foreigners because they know that that's all you can afford, and they don't care. That's the honest truth. And I know some Germans especially will say, no, it's not possible, this is not true, they're not allowed to do that, blah, blah, blah. And I know on paper, absolutely true, they are not allowed. But in practice, this happens a lot. And how do I know this? Because I experienced it myself. Let me tell you guys a story. When I got to Germany in 2019, I couldn't find an accommodation. I applied to so many student jobs. I couldn't find a slot. I was lucky to find a room. Now, in this room, we were 3 in one room. Put this in mind. One room, we were 3 people. So I was paying 300 euros for a bed. Yes, you hear me correctly. One bed. I was paying 300 euros and we were 3. So that means we were paying 900 euros for one room. Yes, one room. One room that is like the size of a normal student apartment that you pay like 350, 400 euros max. We're paying 300 euros for one bed. I'm telling you. And that's just one room. I think that apartment had about almost 40 rooms, and everyone in that apartment were all foreigners. Not a single German was living in that apartment. Now, I'm not blaming this on the Germans. It's not their fault. But I'm telling you that it is very, very possible that you are going to encounter this. But to help you combat all this, so you don't have to go through all this stress or all this scam or all this problem, that's where today's sponsor come into play. Today's video is sponsored by Amber. Now, Amber is an app that helps international students and foreigners to find affordable apartments in Germany. It doesn't matter the city you are, they help you to find affordable apartments around your school, within your school environment. And all the listings of this app are verified. You don't need to do too much headache. Everything is in English language. There's 24/7 service. So anytime you need something, you can always reach out to the customer service. They are always available for you 24/7. This saves you the stress of saving through, a bunch of landlords that will not respond to your message, or that have scam, or that will overprice you. You get fully furnished accommodations for a very, very affordable price. So if you are someone that falls into this category of looking for an apartment in Germany, or you are going through the stress of one landlord to another not responding to your messages, click on my referral link that is pinned in the comments below to get an exclusive discounted offer when you book through Amber. I've personally used it and it saved me a lot of headache. So that's why I'm recommending it to you guys. So click on the link that's pinned in the comments below and grab your deal before it goes too fast. The rooms are moving fast. So take this offer right now. Now, point number 2 is spending like you are still back home. Now, this happens to a lot of foreigners, especially new arrivals. We don't understand that our cost of living has changed, our standard of living has changed. We are living in a completely new country. I get it. It takes time for our brain to adjust to the new life. So we tend to fall into this exchange rate trap where we want to buy a coffee, it's just 3 euros, be like, small money. You want to buy this Amazon thing, it's 20 euros, it's small money. You want to buy this at 5 euros. But what you forget to understand is 2 euros here, 5 euros here, 7 euros here, 1 euro here, 50 cents here. All these expenses, they accumulate over time. And if you are not careful, you will live from paycheck to paycheck, and so many foreigners fall into this trap. I also fell into it, so I understand the mindset. It takes a lot of time and a lot of consciousness to get out of this, trap. But if you are not careful, you will continue to fall into this trap, not understanding that you are living in a new country, a new city. Your life has changed. You're no longer back home. Because one thing I can tell you for sure is it is very, very easy to be broke in Germany. If you don't budget wisely, you can go broke like this because everything is taking money from you. There's insurance, there's this bill, there's that bill, there's that bill. And if you fall short on your bills, before you know it, you start receiving fines. And once you start receiving fines, your shufa or credit history or credit rating starts to drop, and you don't want that on your record as an international student. So this is a mistake that I made, and I don't want you guys to make that mistake. But these are so many reasons why people go broke in Germany, because they don't understand the system, they don't understand what budgeting is like, they don't know that where they are living is different. They are still spending like they are back home, going on the shopping spree, buying things that they are not supposed to buy, signing up to subscription that you don't need, and if you are not careful, this will drain your bank account faster than you know. Now the third point is wrong information. Now, I didn't really know too much about this until when I started to do a lot of consultation. Talking to a lot of people, I actually realized that people are fed with a lot of wrong information, especially all these so-called gurus that have never left the shores of their country but claim to know what they are talking about when they don't know anything. And they feed people with wrong information, and people buy into it because they are too lazy to do their own research. And then you come here and then you struggle. Maybe you pick the wrong city, or you pick the wrong school, or you pick the wrong course. All these things are informations that you need. And if you get it wrong, you are going to struggle. Because if you pick a course that is not relevant in Germany, well, you will end up doing jobs that you don't want to do. If you end up picking a city that doesn't align with your course or doesn't give you the best shot at getting a job after your studies, well, you are going to struggle. If you don't understand the language, you are going to struggle. These are things that you should have known before you even come to Germany. That's why I encourage you, listen to people that are actually living in Germany. Watch videos, subscribe to my channel, of course, but speak to people, invest in yourself, Talk to people that live in the country. Don't listen to people that have not left the shores of their country, but they are telling you sweet nothing. They are feeding you lies. Ask people that actually live there. They will tell you the truth. If you follow my channel, you know me. I'm always passionate about what life truly is about in Germany. So my advice would be, if you find yourself in this situation, your best shot is to ask people. If you have family, if you have friends that live in Germany, ask them, how is life? I heard this information. Can you confirm? Double check. Don't just believe anything you see on TV or someone that is just selling you something. Ask, confirm, reconfirm, ask, question things. That is how you can combat this point. Even what I'm telling you, double check it, cross check and verify if I'm actually telling you the truth. That is how you should live. That's how you will combat this. Okay? Now the fourth point is depending on hope, not planning. Now this happens a lot to foreigners, especially people that come from Africa, Nigerians to be precise. We like to put everything on the hand of God, or hope everything is going to work out. And in Germany is a country where if you rely on hope, you are going to struggle. You are setting yourself up for disaster. You have to know how to plan. Yes, that is Germany for you, because it is saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That is Germany in summary. If you don't plan, you will struggle in this country. I'm telling you now, hope will not work. And I get it, because back home, we rely so much on hope. We believe God will do everything. God will do this, God will do that. And the truth of the matter is, there are some things God will not do. Not because He cannot do it, but He will not. Why? Because He already gave you a brain to think yourself out of trouble. That's why you have to utilize your brain in some situations. You don't react to everything. Not everything is emotional. Sometimes you need logic. And that's why you have to think. That's why you have a brain. And God will tell you, well, I gave you a brain to think. Why did you not use it? Yes, simple. So I don't like to put myself on hope of God doing everything. I like to do first and then let God back me up. That is how it works. That is how it works in Germany. That's how I feel it works in life. So relying on hope is a recipe for disaster. And so many people that come here thinking they're going to wing it, it's going to be fine. You don't have a plan. You just come here and think everything's going to be rosy. My brother, my sister, you are going to struggle big time. So if you are coming with that mindset, right now, change that mindset now and start planning. Okay, very, very important. And I know so many people that come with this mindset of hoping that it's going to work out, and they struggle and they have mental breakdown and they live from paycheck to paycheck, and then they are broke and then they are frustrated, and then you wonder why. Because you don't have a plan. What do you think is going to happen? You think miracle is just going to fall from heaven? Manna will fall from heaven? Nah, Nothing is going to fall. The only thing that's going to fall is your headache, your bank account. So start using your head, start thinking. Very, very important. And lastly, credit card. You see those credit card there? I wish someone had told me about it. Credit card is probably one of the most financial trap that you will go through in this country. I'm telling you. Because they have so much hidden costs that if you don't know how to manage money, if you are not good with credit, you are going to get yourself in a lot of mess. Yes, and the funny thing is, all these credit card companies, they want you to not pay on your bills on time. They want you to not be able to cover up your costs. That is where they make money from. Yes, they are so happy for you not to pay your money back on time. So my advice is, if you don't know how to use credit, please don't use credit card. Don't buy what you cannot afford. Very, very important. Live within your budget. Live within your means. Don't do too much. Don't impress people that don't really care about you. Don't go broke just because you want to impress people. Don't do that. And so many of us foreigners, I don't know why, it's unfortunate, but many of us tend to fall into this trap of trying to impress people back home, trying to look rich, trying to wear the latest designer when we cannot even afford it. And then you start swiping your cards, going into debt just to look rich. Why? What's the point? These people don't care about you anyway, so why do you bother? Instead, live a fulfilled life, live a happy life, a debt-free life. Stay away from credit card if you don't know how to manage money. Stay away from it. If you know you are terrible with money, don't even dabble into credit card, because it's going to drain you. I'm telling you, all these costs, all these hidden costs is crazy. You wouldn't know until when you are knee deep in it. So going broke in Germany is not even about bad luck or being lazy. It's about not understanding the system. It's about not having the right information. And I hope that this video has enlightened you on one or two things. And if you found this video helpful, you already know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to know the top apps that you need to survive in Germany as a foreigner, click on this video right here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.